Wish me luck. I'm going to aim to avoid collecting rings if I can. Because having played it once before like this, I know... thank you very much! I know that rings they will stack up on me quite quickly. So I want to try and avoid getting them if I can. Now, there's a certain element of this which will be... rings will be unavoidable, but I am trying to avoid them as much as possible. So when I tested this out once before, I managed to get to Marble Zone Act 1 before it became completely unplayable. And my hope is, by avoiding enough rings, I may be able to get to the end of the game. I mean, I'm off to a good start already, seeing as there is already a nice big chunk of the screen missing at the moment, so it might take a few attempts. But got to the end of Act 1, so that's good. This is, it's progress of sorts. And you can hear that faint ringing in the background. The audio is going to start to mess up as well. So at about the same rate, hopefully, as the rings do, the music. So what it's doing is it's kind of basically banning certain colours from appearing. On the music side, it's doing a kind of probabilistic thing where it sort of checks periodically, and sometimes it just won't. It will ignore whatever data has come through to it, which is why the audio starts to sound a bit crunchy like that. Now, of course, as the colour for rings starts to get eaten away, I stop being able to see them so easily. So I'm having less clarity in terms of where do I think I am on the screen, but got to the end of Act 1. It's not too demolished yet, so that's good. Some beautiful white noise, though, and that nice ringing noise as well. So you can hear all the instruments have started to go a bit funny. Very crunchy white noise effect now. So, I mean, do let me know if that is, like, too nasty on your ears. Because it can be turned off, but I think part of the magic is making the crunchiness. Hi, Jim. So, it looks like an enormous glass of booze. It is actually an enormous glass of iced decaf tea, which is like the literal opposite of booze, but I'll pretend it's booze. Now, I can't quite see where Robotnik is. You'll see he's kind of been sorted to the right hand of the side of the screen. But I can see how high vertically the Wrecking Ball is. So, it's not impossible to navigate this boss. Because I know where the Wrecking Ball is. And I just have to remember Robotnik's in the middle of the screen. I know when Sonic's on the left and when Sonic's on the right, but you jump over to the middle and he looks like he's on one of the sides. And that's part of the magic. I just have to figure it out. Bottoms up. Let's drink to the completion of Green Hill Zone. With way much less of the screen still active than I was expecting. Some real interesting instruments happening in the background, which are quite painfully crunchy now. Well, let's keep on going. Yeah, bad future. When the black hole started to appear in the middle of the universe, that's when they knew they were in the bad future. Thanks very much, Jim. Thanks for coming along. Good to see you. I have to let you know how I get on. Now, this bit I can, I'm doing by memory. I can just about see where the bats are coming from. So that's good. The music has gone totally out of whack now. I'm wondering if what I could do in future is make it so that it's different, like, it chooses specific numbers to just ignore or something in the audio channel. I wonder what different effects that would conjure up. Because right now what it's doing is it's choosing random intervals to kind of remove the sound. And now I have to remember where I am. I think there's these kind of platforms, like kind of weights that fall from the ceiling that I need to avoid. I can't let them drop on me. There's a couple of bats are going to drop down here, and slightly to my right is something I can stand on, but it will also bring me very close to the ceiling. So, oh, but I've got a checkpoint, so that's good. That's better than nothing. Alright, so some falling blocks. This bit, nice and straightforward to do visually. I don't have to rely on memory at all here. And then, try to avoid collecting as many of those rings as I can. And listen for the sound of the weight dropping. There we go, that was it. You can just about hear it. Oh, there's a secret room here. I did not know about this secret room. And I got an extra life. That's useful to know. So these platforms, just need to stand on them and wait. I know this bit. And then when they start moving in... Okay, I fell down the hole again. Need to wait for the weight. That was the weight landing. And now I can go to the right. And then try... It's really hard to tell how far out these green platforms are and when it's okay to jump. I can't tell how far to the left or the right I am now. Well, that's me up that segment. The bats fall down. And that's, I think, the small weight landing. Okay, so I could imagine where those two things were. Let's see if we can avoid collecting rings there. Collected 2. Could be worse. The music is going a bit nightmarish as it's sort of missing some of the notes and just sounding very kind of minor key now. But onto a nice crunchy Marble Zone Act 2. Not as far forward as I'd hoped, but I'm navigating. Grab a couple of rings, but not too many. And then I've got to drop down here. Mandatory rings there. Ideally, I just want to have one ring. And I can push... I've pushed the block into the lava river. And can watch it coming past. Very hard to tell where it is relative to me. But that lava river is nice and simple to get past. Now some mandatory rings down here, so that's going to remove even more colours. So there are 256 colours that it blocks. Not all of them are used all the time, but enough of them are for it to make a difference. Over we go. Smash the caterpillars. Remember to do that. And up the tube. Oh wait, no, this isn't going to rise back up. I need to jump up here. And up to the top right is a shield, so that's going to help me. And then let's ride over here. Again, some mandatory rings. I had no idea how far over I was. I'm kind of largely timing this based on just kind of anticipation. Like, it's hard to tell. Oh, well, you can actually. You can tell if this one's far enough to the right. And then up we go. Rolling to avoid collecting rings. Got hit by a caterpillar. Not ideal, but there is a checkpoint up there, and that's going to be helpful. And I can come up here, get that checkpoint, get a shield, and I'm safe. Unless I fall into the lava. I want to avoid getting hit because I want to avoid losing my rings, because if I lose rings, there's a good chance I'll pick up whatever I've dropped. And also, I'll need to grab a ring if I want to stay safe. I forgot there is more to this level. Down I go. Down and to the right. There is not as much information on the screen as I would want. But I am able to get over. I know that's invincibility. I thought that was a shield. So I can just run along the bottom. Try and avoid these rings here. And yep, okay, so all the colours for the weight seem to have gone now, so I'm just getting the sort of shadowy shapes left behind by them. I didn't even know my invisibility was over. But I was able to climb up to the end, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, the colours for those metal weights had just totally gone now. So that was something. Act 3. And you can see getting a ring there already removed some colours. So that's... it's harder... The rings still seem to be mostly visible. But what's hard to see now is the enemies. A lot of the colours for the enemies are now gone. And this segment... So there's these, like... 1 block wide sort of stone blocks falling in the water there, falling into the magma, and I need to jump precisely onto them, and that is quite hard to do when I can't see exactly where they are, like that. I can sort of roughly remember where they are. I mean, I could just run through this bit. I think that's safest. But I needed to collect some safety rings there. Hey, what you looking at? Thank you for coming along. So you come just in time for some beautiful, beautiful chaos. As I know there's... Yeah, okay, so that's a switch up there that I stepped on. So, I am currently in Act 3 of the Marble Zone. So this is the sixth level of the game. And it's becoming harder and harder to navigate. Thank you very much. I would love to set stuff like this up as an art installation. And I think that was a game over. That's the game over music. Do I have a continue? I do not. That's us onto the Sega screen again. So, Act 3 of Marble Zone. I think it's pretty good going. Let's see how I do on a second run. Maybe try and do things a bit more carefully this time. Interestingly, a lot of the stuff for this, I call it the Magic Box. I mean, it kind of began as, like, an art installation was my idea for it. Like, I'd have to, like, dig up some old boxes, but back in the summer, I was messing around with hacking a, like, Mega Drive console and just sticking extra buttons and wires in it to make it a device that people could use to create glitches and things at an exhibition. With the expectation that exhibitions were going to start at some point in the autumn, and of course they didn't. But that's where a lot of this came from, was it was all functionality I was building in, because I wanted to make a kind of a box of, you know, weird stuff that people could experiment with at an exhibition. So it's kind of cool to hear you say it should be an art installation, because that's entirely what I had in mind for it. And I kind of quite like the idea of taking these things which are supposed to be finished objects and turning them into something new, you know, turning them, like, this isn't... I don't like this idea that, you know, that a game or, you know, any work, you know, if it's a game, if it's a book, you know, that object is a kind of pristine thing that should not be touched. You know, I believe if we want to truly understand these things, that we should break them apart, that we should, you know, try and, you know, experience them in different ways. You know, read the book upside down, read the book out of order, and see what it comes up. Because you end up with these kind of experiences that weren't designed to be there by the creator of the work, but they exist kind of naturally. It's kind of like found art or something. So, yes, a piece of art that's never finished, and postmodern. I like these. All of these are sentiments that I really like. Hi Alex, thanks for coming along. And I'm glad it looks like fun. I'm trying to avoid getting rings if I can. But I can make no guarantees that I actually will. But like everything in life, we just got to do our best. It picks one randomly from 0 to 255. So there's 255 slots in the palette. And every time you get a ring, it sort of chooses one of those numbers, as long as it's one it's not already used, and then puts that into the sort of the do not draw pile. And then I've put in an extra function in the draw routine. So I put an extra function in the draw routine so that if it sort of tries to draw a colour that has been eaten, then instead of drawing that colour, it keeps its X parameter, X index, and waits for the next colour to come in. And it does that going from left to right, so that's why you get the kind of effect down the middle. You can also get it so that it sort of deletes stuff from the side and pushes everything to the middle. But basically, yeah, it's sorting everything so that everything that's deleted gets put in the middle and then not rendered, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I was talking about this, like, idea of this as, you know, wanting to run this as, like, an art installation or something, and how, like, I guess the origins of it were with the intent of making it some kind of installation. And the idea of reclaiming, sort of basically taking a piece of work that's supposed to be finished and turning on its head and finding a kind of new kind of experience that's just sort of naturally exists within it, you know, regardless of whether it was actually designed to be there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have much more to say about that but like, I would happily be probed on that idea, because it's something, I don't know, it's something I believe in. I don't like this idea, you know, they're sort of putting, you know, creative works on a pedestal. I think, you know, it's important to be willing to break stuff, and important to be willing to turn stuff on its head, you know, either to see, okay, how does it work? You know, how does Sonic work as a game? What's going through my mind when I'm playing it normally? Well, I can kind of probe that by putting these weird effects in and going, well, what is making it, like, in my head? Why is my mind finding it difficult to wrap my head around the game now, or whatever? But I also think you get kind of challenges that come up. I mean, like, the obvious one being right now, I need to play the game avoiding the rings, avoiding the things that have been designed to be easy to collect, you know, that you collect without thinking, like the popcorn of the game. And yeah, I kind of like that idea that, oh god, it's really messing with the sound as well. As well as removing colours from the universe, it also starts to ignore commands being written to the sound chip. So some of the sounds start to go funny because, like, based on how many rings have been collected, it is ignoring a certain number of calls to the sound register. So it's a feature that I can turn off. Like, if it is ear-crunchingly bad, I can turn it off. I have I tried to turn the volume down like enough so that you can hear it without it being horrific, but I mean it's slightly more horrific for me because I think it's louder for me. Like it's right in my ear right now. Ooh, what game's next? So, I mean, I've been playing around with, yeah, so, oh my god, yeah, they look like little beans or something. They look like, I'm trying to think of, I feel like I'm thinking of a cartoon mouse or something. Like, not Mickey Mouse, but like a mouse with little, you know, bead eyes, or like Little Orphan Annie or something. Does she have, like, tiny little bean eyes like that? But yeah, what am I adding games to add to the Magic Box next? So, I've been playing around a lot with BizHawk recently. So, I've been making like functionality for basically doing all the ring switching and that. Like, I kind of there's a guy called Brasensia who did a shuffler program for BizHawk, and it's open source. So I've added to that to make it so that it shuffles based on things you collect rather than time. So first off, I put in the Sonic games into that because I kind of knew where all the values were for that. But it's also been fun to mess around with because it's that runs on multiple emulators. It's given me an opportunity to go, well, I'm no longer limited to Mega Drive, Master System, and Game Gear. So I've put in, like, detection for coins in Mario 64, coins in a bunch of Mario games and Wario games. I want to add in WarioWare, because I think that would be fun to sort of switch between a game and then having to do a WarioWare challenge. I'm going on autopilot at the moment. Like, I'm able to see enough of the screen that I'm not having to figure stuff out yet. So I'm able to go on autopilot. So it doesn't, like, the thing is with BizHawk is the switching doesn't happen quite as fast. So it's not quite as satisfying in Sonic. Like, in Sonic you get that effect where, you collect a ring and it switches from game to game immediately. I can't see where the blocks are anymore. Oh, okay, all the purple blocks seem to have been eaten now. That's good. That makes that bit harder. So I might be stuck on this level again. But yeah, so that's the thing with BizHawk, but is that it's not quite as fast at switching. Oh god, this is going to be difficult. I need to stay on that thing, don't I? And staying on it's going to mean picking up rings. Okay, there's platforms I'm supposed to be able to stand on, but I can't see them. So that's going to make it nice and... oh god, I'm losing more of the level now. So I'm not entirely sure what's here. There's a platform coming down. I got crushed by something, but I don't know what... I don't know what crushed you. Labyrinth Zone is Zone 4. So, it looks unlikely that I'll get into... I mean, at this rate, I think Marble Zone might be the death of me again. This is... because I can't see the platforms anymore. Like, I've got to jump over this, like, pool of lava. But I can't see the platforms that I'm supposed to land on. Like, I'm jumping and just hoping to collect a ring when I land. But I can literally see nothing. But I know there's a shield over here, so the shield will help me. But yeah, no red anymore. Like, I can see the green tubes coming down, up and down. There's a caterpillar there which just hit me. But yeah, other features, so, like, games for the Magic Box, I don't know, like, I'm always up for people to tell me what games they would like to see. Like, I feel like I've got a kind of longer want list for consoles other than the Mega Drive now, so that's why, like, the BizHawk Shuffler's been useful. Is the thing in the lava? No, it's not. I can see the top edge of the platform I'm supposed to stand on. I kind of have to get these rings. Oh god. Well, this is going to be interesting. I have no idea where I am now. Into the lava I go. There is very little colour left. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm kind of pressing buttons and guessing now. I know there's a period of time I need to press left and jump occasionally. I think no. And that's the game over. Oh wow, god, that did escalate quickly, didn't it? God, that was weird. Yeah, it's like... Yeah. I mean, I do have ways to restore it, like either based on time or rings at the moment. But, I mean, this is what Green Hill Zone's turned into. Look at that. I've added them in, but, like, it's kind of... You can have, like, a timer that decays the screen, or you can have rings decay the screen, and then the same, you know, you can have a timer healing the screen or rings healing the screen. But I think there needs to be something else, like, you know, yeah, something like points or something. If you get points, it heals. Everyone remembers the SUG logo from their favourite Sonic games. So, let's heal the game. I am going to... Well, I change over this time. So I will bring back the sound. And have the colours go inwards instead. And then let's restart. And the Sega logo looking normal at the moment. But for how much longer? Wish me luck. So again, I wonder... Okay, so I need to tread moderately carefully because I do have a limited number of lives. But I am going to try my... Well, I spoke too soon. I'm going to try my absolute best to avoid getting rings as best I can. Because... Yeah, Marble Zone escalated quickly. Like, it is going to very quickly get to a spot where I'm not going to be able to do that. Gookin, you're talking about giving a way to restore it. I mean, if you can think of, like, what would be an interesting, like, thing it checks for to restore the colours, like, that would actually be really helpful if you could let me know, because I'm always looking for new ideas, I'm always looking for new inputs on how to make this stuff better, so, like, please do fire away. Oh, I just ate a lot of rings. Ooh! Ooh, that would be nice. So the colours, as it goes on, it just gets progressively jumbled up. When you get a shield, get the colours back? That would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, it could do it, restore half of the ones that are missing or something, or maybe restore all of them, or... Yeah, that would be good. Gives you a nice kind of... Like, it's that one thing that you can do as a kind of respite is, oh, when you kill an enemy. Oh, yes, that would be nice. That would be fairly easy to track as well, because I can just track the score for that. So, yeah, that would be... I've got to go through the... You look at nearly all the colours gone from the rings now. They look like... They just look like just little yellow banana things now. That checkpoint's useful. That bit of the level can be quite brutal if you can't see the screen properly. So I feel like I'm doing okay at avoiding rings at the moment, but a lot of important colours have already gone. White has disappeared. and a lot of blue has disappeared. Fortunately, Sonic is always going to be roughly in the middle of the screen, so I don't really need to know where Sonic's colours are, because by and large, I can kind of figure it out from context. He's usually in the middle. So... okay, so that was some good jumping to avoid those rings there. I mean, maybe the devs did have me in mind when they were making this, and they went, oh, someday Alistair's going to want to, like, do some stupid stuff involving rings. So we should make it so it's possible to avoid getting them. Until this bit, where it all starts to crunch inwards again. Up I go. Sonic is the weird blur that's next to the other weird blur. There we go. Let's, Well, I'm doing well. There goes my mission to do better this time. I think I'm on my final life after 2 very silly deaths. I mean, the more colours in Sonic, the better, you know? Make him as colourful as you want. That's what I say. The more colourful it is, the easier it is for me to see him when all the colours are gone. Can we make every pixel in Sonic a different colour, please? Oh, I missed that. I was too busy concentrating. I missed seeing the beautiful waterfall. So, describe it for me, Alex. Be my eyes. Yes, so I have a version. As well as that, you can switch it so that so that the colours just turn black. So I can play with that one as well after this game over. There's plenty to experiment with. The majestic waterfall of doom, bringing us watery delights. Okay, my nemesis. Do you think I will get past Marble Zone like this? What's the bets? What are the odds? Like, if you were a bookie, what would you take on me right now? And then what would you take on Elvis coming back in a UFO? Because you've always got to kind of put everything into perspective by comparing those two things. Hey, Chiffy! Okay, 1 to 20 million on Elvis, and I've got that. I've got this. Okay, so this sounds, not only is it fairly rational on the Elvis standpoint, but it's also confident to me. That is the kind of response that I like to see. Oh, 1 in 3 for me beating Marble Zone. Well, I'll try... I mean, obviously there's no way that I can actually do you proud on that, is there? Because if I succeed, then the odds were, like, certain, you know, 1 in 1. So you were wrong. And if I fail, the odds were 0, so you were also wrong. So there's not really any way you can win this, really. I should have taken money for that, really. That would have been a smart thing to do. Now, if I beat this, and then I rip off my mask to reveal Elvis underneath, and then pan the camera back, and you can see the inside of my spaceship, and you'll be like, oh my god. I mean, yeah, so I think I've only got 1 life left. Because I messed up so badly in Green Hill Zone. So, like, the odds are good and bad at the same time. which is a... Oh! Oh, that is a good point. If you identify my spaceship... Okay, so I pull back the camera. That is a good point, guest. I pull back my camera, and I go, what is this? And you go, it's a spaceship. And I go, are you sure? And I think that should be enough to quell the haters. Ring, please, come back. I mean, at least there's a shield up here. The shield will make me the shield will make me chafe. Will there be enough colours left to identify my spaceship? I mean, I'm hoping that what I'm doing here is not affecting the real world. But I'm not going to make any outrageous claims. There's a life down here. So there we go. Okay, so we're safe. We can go back over the lake again. The Lake of Rage. I can avoid the rings. Most of the rings. And this is slightly more survivable. Sonic's got a funny shape. There is not a lot of Sonic left. I mean, look at him. That's, oh, God. Honestly, I don't know how many colours the Genesis has in its palette. And it probably has fewer concurrent colours than I'm actually playing with. So the colour array has 256 values. Like, the colour takes like bytes for each pixel, so there's 1 in 256, but I don't know how many of them are actually used. Every time you get a ring, it bans a number from 0 to 255. So that's how this works. But I think that does mean it will sometimes choose numbers that aren't actually used by the Mega Drive at all. But I guess all that does is make my life moderately easier. Checkpoint in the shield. No, those were rings. I thought that was a shield. Oh dear. It is slightly easy. I was going to say it's slightly easier to see where the rings are like this. Sonic's mostly disappeared now into this sort of like... Oh, there's more level! Oh dear. I genuinely thought I was right at the end of the level there. So I need to find some way of keeping safe. Oh, there's invincibility to the left. I had rings? I had no idea where I was there. Yeah, 256 possible colours for this. Right, so that bit there got really hard. That got very difficult. Whenever I have to, like, cross a pool of lava, like, and there's, like, precision jumps or something you need to stand on to ride across, then it gets really hard. Yeah, I am about to lose. Making the odds, as predicted, 0. But I killed a caterpillar. Run and jump and... No, where am I? I'm below a thing. I just want the invincibility. I could not get it. Oh, did you try that? Oh, awesome. Oh, cool. So this is where we got to. We can see the collision is not where I think it is. I do listen. Is it a wine glass or is it two Sonics facing each other? Ah, oh, that's... So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to the no pattern. And then I'm going to heal all the colors so you can watch it spring back to life. Just like that. So this is it with... So the space is going to stay the same. It's just the colors are going to be removed. But again, I'm going to try and not die so easily this time. Although I think by the point I got, it was like the difficulty just went off a cliff there. It's like, I don't know how I would have to really have thought my way out of that to navigate my way out of that death pit. So going up to avoid colours, and we've already lost black, so we've got a kind of Batman-like Sonic now. So talking about easier on the eyes, I mean, look at Sonic's eyes. They're certainly not so easy, are they?
I am Sonic. I am the knight.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely creepypasta Sonic. Onwards and upwards. Ah, getting rings again. Imagine if it was just the white that was left, so that you could only see the white of his eyes. That would be pretty special. So I'm not going to heal colours. I want to continue the challenge. I want to see how far I can get. You have to get rings in this bit. I don't know. Maybe the bottom route's safer? Yep, this is me playing. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I thought I had clutched that out. So yeah, Sonic 1, if you land on the rings and land on the rings again, that is a death. Yeah, it is a lot like Metal Sonic actually, isn't it? I was going to do like a Metal Sonic voice and then was like, wait, does Metal Sonic have a voice? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure in Sonic Adventure he would just make like buzzing noises when he jumped, like a transformer or something. Oh, but in Sonic Heroes he had a voice. He was like, "Now you will see what will happen when I have consumed all your data," or something like that. Terminator Hedgehog. Exactly. This is I am the Sonic player from the future who's come from the future to destroy Sonic games before they can become popular. I don't know. I haven't thought the film through, but James Cameron, if you're watching and you want to make a Terminator film out of this, like, you know, my contact details, just message me, send me a DM on Twitter. I don't know. How does James Cameron get in touch with people these days? I mean, I'll tell you what he looks like to me. It's like Sonic after an oil spill or something. Like, this is Sonic after the Exxon Valdez. An oil tanker has crashed off of the coast of the Green Hill Zone, and Sonic's like, he's running over to Washington to sue Esso for the oil spill and the destruction of his habitat. And if that's not already the plot of Awesome Possum, I will be surprised. Oil ocean leaked again. One ring is enough to save me from a wrecking ball. Cause you came in like a wrecking ball. Dr. Robotnik's been affected by the oil spill as well. I wonder how he feels about that. The void consumes all!
I am the void. I shall consume all the hedgehogs. Shadow, the day of reckoning is upon us. Bring me the 7 Chaos Emeralds now. And my black arms shall deal with the humans.
Avoid the void. Annoyed the void.
I am Bat Sonic. I am the knight.
I watched the 60s Batman movie recently, and it was quite fun. It wasn't as I don't know, I was expecting it to be really silly, and I guess it was, but I don't know what I was expecting from it. It was silly, but I don't know, it didn't have that kind of I don't know, there was something the silliness, I don't know, it just sort of, I was expecting to be amazed, and I think I was just pleasantly surprised. But it's still good fun. So maybe that's why I've got Batman on the brain at the moment. Adam West is great though. He is perfect for the role. He does just have such a wonderful, he takes it, no matter how stupid the stuff he's saying is, he takes it totally seriously. Yeah, I think it is, the palette effects are kind of interesting, and, I guess part of the fun of making this stuff is, diving into the emulator and figuring out how it all works. I mean, because the emulator is, by and large, it's... Obviously, it's not using the real components, but everything's set up to work like the original components would work. So you can get a kind of a feel for sort of how some of the logic works. Yeah, so hopefully the blocks in the lava should be more straightforward this time. I do like the lava with just the black, in it. Oh god, that super dark lava there. It looks like burning coals or something. Look at that. That's got a very kind of Doom feel to it or something. So yeah, right now, because I can see where everything is, it's slightly easier to see everything. But it is interesting that you can still see the lava, so maybe that's being drawn in a different routine or something, and then just not interrupting that routine. I honestly don't know, but it is interesting. I don't know why that effect is happening, but I like that it is. I'm going to get the extra life. Tried to avoid the rings, did not. It's what the Noid would have wanted. Yeah, it's there's this one fiery bit of doom propelling the block along. It also, I don't know, it almost makes a bit more sense why the block is floating along when it's being propelled by a big hot melty point at the bottom. But yeah, I wonder, how little of the game, I can see without feeling like it's sort of affecting my play too much. Because this doesn't feel like it's having a significant effect on my ability to navigate. But there will be a point when it does, and I don't know when that is. It's also hard to avoid the rings, and sometimes trying to avoid the rings causes you to touch more rings than you would have otherwise. Just like that. So there's that to contend with as well. I'm always a little wary of the shield boxes because I can't tell if they're ring boxes or not. Anyway, into the lava we go. No, I can't remember. There was a thing of a weight that was coming down and squishing me here. But I can't remember where it was. So I'm going to be careful for it because I can't... Oh, it was that one. Okay. Slightly easier when you can... where you can see the layout a bit better. I guess because I can see the layout a bit better, I'm running into fewer rings by accident. I guess that has an effect on the experience as well. I mean, when Soccer Man, when you were playing Sonic and Knuckles, were you... I guess you were trying to blast through it as quickly as possible, in order to stop... Oh wow, the weights are totally black now. They're just totally in silhouette. It's got a kind of Meat Boy vibe about it. And the bat wings as well. Yeah, so... None of the level blocks have been affected yet. They will, but those purple bricks are unaffected. Very little in the background as well. I mean, by and large, the colour purple is unscathed. And you can see the magma pool under the block. Oh, there they go. The lava pool under the block has been affected now. So presumably they're using different colours. I mean, they might use, like, values, like, above 128 or something. Maybe, like, to represent different layers or something. Oh, but now Sonic... Look at Sonic now. He's just blue. And he's got silhouette arms and legs. And you can see him through the thing. I don't know what causes this, to be honest. There is some logic here. But I do like that you get that. Like, some logic means you can see him behind that. But I don't know what it is in the drawing logic. I think I'm just... There are numbers which I'm replacing, like... Whatever number you think is supposed to go in this location, I put a 0 in. And now I can't see the spikes, which makes it... I have to pay attention to when they're below the ground. And then jump when they are below... And I know there's spikes on the wall because I was watching a stream where someone kept on getting caught out by that earlier. Oh, it's doing so well. But we're at a boss. Yeah, it's kind of like a... like sensory deprivation tank for Sonic. Like he's eliminating color from his vision to try and like engage with his other senses or something. It is slightly scary, especially Sonic. He kind of looks like he's, I don't know, it's got a kind of pajamas kind of look about it. Like he's totally in silhouette, except he's wearing blue Sonic pajamas or something like that, like a Sonic onesie. Well, one of those Sonic hats. Which is pretty interesting. But yeah, the title art's gone, look at these backgrounds. I can't see the crabs. And I know there's going to be bits where I have to pick up rings here, like that. So we're going to see some disappearance of the colours. But wow, okay, this looks dark and gloomy. There is a way to restore the colour, so you can, there's an option I can do to restore all of the colours. There are sort of functions I've got set up, so you can either have it restore colours every time, like periodically, like it'll do a certain number every second or something. Or you can have it, oh Christ, look at that. Or you can have it... Wow, I did not see that there. I did not know that there were two of them. It is getting harder and harder to see the obstacles now. But yeah, I think that's something I'll put in is to have it restore color when you hit an enemy, or increase score. That would be good. So right now it's either on time or when you get rings, because you can have the colors leak out over time as well. So it's either, rings hurt you or rings heal you, and time hurts you or time heals you. And it'd be nice to have different things in conflict. Right, I'm going to have to guess where the balls are in the background there. This is not going to be pleasant. I lucked out there. I really lucked out. But I can see very little in the environment now. Can't see rings. Can't see crabs. Missing large chunks of the background. Those wee guys are just about visible. But yeah. Oh, this is getting gloomy and difficult now. Oh, I got to the end of a level. Staryard Zone. Well, I'm doing better than when it was crushing the level inwards, so that's a plus of sorts. Oh god, I've got to get rings all the way down here. There goes yellow. So, rings are invisible. Yellow text is invisible. Every enemies except the wee pink guys are visible. How am I getting rings? I mean, how am I even making progress? I can just about see up here. And... oh wow, I did not know there was an enemy there. Must have been a crab, because I can see the little... I don't know what those things are. Hermit crabs? Spiky dudes. Right, so I'm going to have to figure out my way out of this. Oh god, and there goes Sonic! This, I'm having to concentrate really hard. I think I want to go the bottom route. There's an enemy behind me. I'm going to have to guess where the wrecking balls are in this bit. I guessed wrong. But, second time lucky. Oh god, this is going to get a load of rings, and okay, it's all gone dark. It's all gone dark. So the colours, every time you get a ring, it will pick a number between 0 and 255, and it will pick one that it hasn't already picked. And the colours, like, it picks a colour, and what that means is when it goes to the drawing routine, instead of drawing that colour, if it's colour number, say you've blocked colour number 50, I just died, when it's asked, I want you to draw this pixel with colour number 50, it'll draw a black pixel instead. So that's how it works. I hope that made sense. I cannot see a thing. I have no idea where I am. But I've got a shield, I can hear that. I can see pink things, so I know roughly where I am horizontally. I think there is a... oh! Okay, I thought I got... I'm holding right and jumping now. This has genuinely gone invisible for me. I'm not hearing anything, so... I think I'm stuck. I literally have no idea where I am right now. So, I think this run might be a one to chalk up to experience, but this is good. We got to God, what level was that? That was Spring Yard Act 3, so that was we beat 8 levels. I have run out of viable colours. I can't see where I am. I'm going to press the big button and find out where I was. Oh, so I was just... Okay. I had to jump onto the spring, get up onto this guy, and then move back and forward between these two. So... Well done. Well done. Good work, Alistair. That was some experience. So... What shall I change it to? Let's change it. So yeah, colours when you get ring. Have the colours going outward. And let's switch to a randomly selected other game. By switching off Sonic and pressing start and see what it gets to. So place your bets on what it takes us to. It'll be Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Micro Machines 2, Micro Machines 96, Micro Machines 2, Sonic Chaos, Sonic on the Master System, and Sonic 3D. Let's find out. Place your bets, everyone. Place your bets. We got Sonic Chaos. So let's reset this game. And reset the colours. And let's see how far can I get in Sonic Chaos. I've got the colours being eaten inwards again, so wish me luck there. And I have to avoid getting rings. I don't think I'm going to go for all emeralds in this run, because that's going to require me to get rings. 100 in each level. So I wouldn't even be able to do 3 levels. Oh god. So far I've grabbed 10 rings, nothing's been affected. That might be interesting. Because I can detect the, Oh, 999, that's lucky. So not many colours being deleted yet. And now I'm having an inkling that the Master System uses... oh no, there goes colours. I was starting to worry, does the Master System use a different, like, drawing routines? But no, it does not. And so we've got some colours have been removed now. Not too many, but we'll see how this goes. So far fairly straightforward. I probably shouldn't have hit those. So I don't know what colours have been removed, but it's made a big block of terrain disappear. But yeah, changing game at the end of the stage. Healing colours at the end of a stage could be an option as well. And that's something that's relatively straightforward to track. That's right. So, Puyo Puyo, Puyo Puyo 2 and Mean Bean Machine are all supported by the Magic Box. So you can do all of the... Basically, when you match for Puyo, it treats it as if you collected a ring and does whatever wacky thing you've got set up to happen then. So far, Sonic Chaos seeming relatively straightforward. Not yet reaching a point where I'm sort of worrying about how I'm doing. But we'll keep on playing. Let's see where we get to with it. I'm already past the first zone. Nothing too drastic's happened, except for that bottom bit of that, like the title screen. So, try to avoid getting rings if I can. Oh, that's interesting. Just like, I'm just liking that effect there. Like, I'm not entirely sure what's happened, but some of those oranges have been taken away now. I am going to have to go around this loop, so that's 5 mandatory rings. Oh god, and those were 2 accidental rings. And also it's going to... Sonic Chaos has the ring effect at the end of the stage because it detects the colours, the rings being counted down. So, and it counts your rings down at the end of each level. So, I'm starting to see Sonic Chaos get torn apart a little bit. The rift disappearing. I mean, that's just a cool new dance I've invented. Everybody do the Sonic. End of zone 1, so we've caused 9 changes that stage, and then we'll get another 9 more here. I guess there's only 4 colours being used on that screen, so the probability is low that any of them would disappear. But again, once they disappear, they will create a nice big hole. Try to avoid, I mean, there will be mandatory rings. That was a few. Oh god. So, it's starting to get a bit more hectic. Okay, well this is interesting. Not much I could do about that. Changing the character could be possible. I don't know. I will have to see if I can figure out what bytes are used for that and see when it takes effect. Yeah, that would be quite interesting to play around with. Okay, so now white has been disappeared, which is why the screen text is invisible. So Gigalopolis Act 3, I think this is. Sonic's looking largely intact at the moment. I don't think any colours have been removed from Sonic, but we do have some mandatory rings here. And I know there's invincibility up here. So, let's go up here. The tearing effect can be in the middle of the screen or the middle of the, like, go into the middle or come in from the sides. I think I would like to do a setting that's like coming from top and bottom, or like making a kind of spear. It's that much more complicated to do, just there's a bit more maths involved. I would like to do it circular, but I haven't figured out the maths for that yet, because it's quite easy to do left to right, because it's all like stored row by row, so it was really easy for me to get in and change that. Whereas to do it so it affects top to bottom, I'd have to be a bit more clever about it, really, if that makes sense. So far it's just left to right, but circular is definitely something that I could figure out. I mean, I guess, like, what's happening is, like, the emulator stores, basically, it's got arrays, an array for each line of, like, 320 or something pixels, and in each of those it has a colour, and when it comes to render that to the screen, it looks in that array, it goes, what, for each of those, so it picks a line, and then goes through the array for that line, number by number, going, what colour is associated with that number, and then rendering that colour to the screen. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing I'm playing with it, like, it's, I don't know how much that bit is kind of like matches up with the way the Master System actually works as a console, and how much it's I wonder where that extra life is. Now, I think there's bottomless pits in this level, so I'm gonna have to be careful. But yeah, I don't know like how much that sequence matches the way the Master System as a console actually works, and how much is like just the way the emulator works. But that's the bit I'm hijacking. I hope that makes sense. Oh, I've not played any of the Ninja Turtles games. That could be interesting. And they'd go nicely with the... because Hyperstone Heist is a beat-em-up, isn't it? So that would go nicely with Streets of Rage. I am running right and jumping and just trying to stay high. Because if I stay high... Oh, that was smart. That was real... Okay, that was smart of me. I stayed high because, like, I know there's bottomless pits in this level. And then while I was high, I pressed right and jumped. Because I had no idea. Like, I don't... Like, Sonic 1, I have a vague kind of memory of the layout of the levels. Sonic Chaos, not so much. So let's get a couple of rings. And I don't think there's a bottomless pit in this level, but just in case, I want... No. I'm trying to think, is there... I know there's a top route in this level, but I can't remember how to get to it. Oh! I think that might be me on it. I think I'm on the left-hand side of something there. Yes, I'm on a top route. And I fell back down again. I'm going to have to hope I can just run right and jump in this level. Because I can't remember the layout. I did. It's the Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, well, the higher route tends to be generous in these games. And also, like... You don't get bottomless pits in the top route. Whereas on the bottom route, you might get bottomless pits. So, even if the bottomless route is easier than... Even if the bottom route's easier than top route can't kill me. So as long as I can get up there and stay there, then I'm in easy street. The hard bit is staying there, I guess. See, I know from experience that it's quite easy to beat that boss by just letting it hit you and picking up your ring again. For Nintendo stuff, so far I'm using BizHawk to do shuffler effects and things in that. So if you look up, if you look up on my Twitter, I've been posting about it recently, or I don't know, look. But yeah, so I've extended Brasensha's shuffler for BizHawk to include like detection for rings and things, and because of that, there's a couple of things that it means that I can use. It means that I can use. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Yes, consequence of falling off the top route is the bottom route. Good point. But yeah, so I added basically all the Sonic games that are in the Magic Box. And then it also allowed me to add in the Saturn games and the Game Boy Advance games and Knuckles Chaotix as well, which aren't supported by Genesis Plus, which is what I'm using to make all this, to make the Magic Box. So that's good. The drawback is that is that, well, it doesn't switch as quickly, and I haven't yet figured out how to do cool visual stuff like this yet. So right now, there's a few more bells and whistles in the magic box, and it like swaps games faster, but there's more opportunity for variety with the BizHawk Shuffler. Well, look, I mean, so I made... Basically, I kind of hacked apart this emulator, because, like, 8-bit and 16-bit Sonic is a subject I know really well. You know, it's what I grew up with, it's the games I kind of know by heart. And also, for making weird stuff out of, the Sonic games are incredibly forgiving. Like, I used to use this, like, back in the, like, pre-COVID times. I used to do a stage show where I, you know, got players to compete against each other in crazy challenges, like, you know, stuff like this. And the reason the Sonic games worked so well for that is the audience could kind of see them and pick up how to play immediately. Like, there were no complicated controls to learn. They're incredibly forgiving. Like, you drop a ring, you pick up a ring. You know, it's very easy to stay alive. You know, it's hard to be insta-killed. Like, there's not a lot of bottomless pits and things like that. So I've kind of naturally been drawn to using the Sonic games. So that kind of led me to mess around with... Genesis Plus as an emulator, because, you know, I wanted to work with, you know, I can't see a thing. Yeah, I mean, I really liked the modern Sonic stages in Sonic Generations, but I guess maybe I have weird taste. I like Boost Sonic. I love... Sonic Colors is brilliant. Sonic Colors is one of my favourite ones. But anyway, like... So, I have done a bit of messing around with a Game Boy emulator, Gambate, a few years ago. And I did that to mess around with, like, making weird art videos out of Pokemon. And that was good fun. I really enjoyed that. But really, like... There we go. That's how we beat this boss. We just stand on its head. Good. Someone else who likes modern Sonic. I'm good. Someone with good taste. But yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. Doing it for individual emulators, like, it would be really, you know, trying to figure out basically how to do the same work again with a different set of code. Because they will all, by and large, work in very similar ways. Okay, we may have reached the impossible stage with this. I'm going to try as best as I can by running right and jumping. But I have no idea where I am other than Aquaplanet Zone. So something hit me. Run right and jump. I can hear myself coming out of the water. Oh, I went through a tube. But yeah, so I guess I could put this stuff in for SNES or for Game Boy or for NES or something, you know, if I find another emulator and can figure out, you know, my way around the inside of it. But I guess, like, I think the thing with the Mega Drive, particularly with the Sonic games, there's a lot of very similar games on it. So switching from Sonic to Sonic has a nice kind of flow to it. I think it would be hard to get... I can't think of other games you could do that with and they're all on the same console, and that's where it gets kind of difficult. Basically, I mean, yeah, I guess less about knowing it back to front, well, part of it, yeah, and I think that's the thing with BizHawk is, like, because the kind of the scripting stuff works outside of the individual console, so you can switch from Super Nintendo to Sega Saturn to N64 to Game Boy to Mega Drive. It removes some of the limitations I'd have to deal with if I just picked a console like I'm doing now. I had no idea where I am. So, yeah, do I use the continue? Yeah, go on. Let's see if I can get anywhere. I've got to believe in myself. Until I run out of lives, I'm believing in myself. But I am literally playing a jet black screen now. I fell in a hole. I have no idea where I'm going. I might need to get my brother to help me out. He was always better than me at Sonic Chaos. Yeah, no idea. I think this might be the last attempt before I run out of lives and continues. So I bounced up. I have no idea. Oh yeah, this is literally Sonic Chaos. Okay. I'm going to count this one. Oh no, I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. These next 3 lives. I'm listening really carefully to see if I collect rings. I have no idea. Like, what? Am I falling into something? Am I running into an enemy? Okay, so there's rings there. So I don't think I'm moving left to right. But I can't spin. So I don't know where I am. Move left a bit. Now I'll try moving right and jumping a bit. Okay, I went through a loop. And now I'm running right and jumping. Oh. Do a loop. That caused something to happen. I went somewhere. I think that might be a loop-the-loop. Okay, now it's gone totally black. Am I... Is the level... The level does seem to be changing. And I can hear the skidding, which means I think it's a loop. Where am I? I have no idea where I am. Is that another place where I need to spin? So that was me spinning and jumping. I landed on an enemy, I heard that. Oh, come on! Level end. Look at that. Success. Believe in self. Believe in Alistair. Come on. Ooh, so Micro Machines, that is on the list, and that is what it does. It's when the your race position changes, or you complete a lap. Okay, so I will show you that after this. No idea where I am, so I'm... Okay, so I've got invincibility, and there's a boss. So I'm just going to go from side to side and jump. So, I could hear myself... Okay. So now I'm running right and jumping. Okay, here's the boss. And that's... So, the beat 'em up one, I've tried to do that with Streets of Rage. Don't know what's killing me there. But I've got to continue, so I'm continuing. This is a very visual stream. Yeah, these are good. I mean, basically, are there particular games that you would like to play like this, Gukun? Because, like, basically, I'm always up for more ideas in terms of, like, you know, what's the game? Like, because I know the games that I grew up with, I know the games I have a lot of love for, but I don't actually know, like, what everyone else's favourite games are. So, hence why we end up with games like Sonic Chaos in there, because it's like, oh yeah, I grew up with Sonic Chaos, I love Sonic Chaos. So if you do have, like, any favourite games you'd like to see, and they don't necessarily need to be Mega Drive or Genesis, because, like I say, like, the BizHawk stuff means that I can, you know, write this kind of functionality into, basically any console. So, what's your favourite game? Like, or what's your least favourite game? Both are viable answers. All I know is that this boss is a penguin, and I think it drops down from above. So, maybe that informs what I need to do. So I'm pressing... This is what I'm doing. If this works, I would be a very happy boy. Come on. Ah! I thought I had it. I thought I had it. I got a lot of hits on. I really did. So basically, anything that runs on BizHawk. So I think, basically, BizHawk deals with anything up to, like, PlayStation 2 generation. So, you know, I guess PlayStation, GameCube, Xbox, Dreamcast are out. But Saturn, N64, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Mega Drive, Master System, Game Gear, 3DO, Jaguar. I have heard of a game called Buster Groove. Is Buster Groove anything like Puzzle Bobble? So, okay, right, we're back in the death room. Let's keep the story going. No, I'm dead. Oh, it wasn't Puzzle Bobble. Is it something else? I'd quite like to get a few N64 ones in there, because I think, like, that's quite fun. You got Donkey Kong 64 with golden bananas. Oh, Buster Groove is a... Oh, rhythm games. Oh, okay, rhythm games would be nice. Oh, yeah. So that's a game over in Sonic Chaos. Well done, Sonic Chaos, you did us proud. So, got all the way to Aquaplanet Act 3, including not even being able... I got 7 hits on the boss as well. So, let's get Micro Machines 2 in, and hopefully we should see the same magic in Micro Machines. Oh, that would be nice. That would be really nice. Oh, okay. I want to play around with stuff with rhythm action games now. Who should I be? I always used to be Walter as a kid, so I'm going with Walter. I was Walter, my brother was Spider. So you can already see some colours have been removed. And they will be removed, I think, every time I overtake someone or someone overtakes me, and every time I complete a lap. So far, fairly straightforward. But anything could happen in the next half hour, as they say. The UK Children's TV host, yeah. So, because they had Violet Berlin was in it. And I didn't think there were any other UK... I thought it was just Violet Berlin. But there's definitely... Lisa looks really familiar. Like, Lisa looks like she's from daytime TV. And I can't think who she reminds me of. Carol Smiley! That's who she reminds me of. Lisa looks like Carol Smiley. So... God, I used to be really good at this. I'm actually honestly quite happy I can still get the super laps. Ah! No, no, no! Come on, come on, come on! Yes! Extra life! I guess there's some skills you never really lose. But I say this is when it's all going to start falling apart. I mean, if my lack of racing ability starts to kill me before the colours do, then, oh god, if that happens, then I can always switch on extra lives for myself. There we go. In round and round we go. Second place I can deal with. I won't get into a bonus stage as often now. It's unlikely I will, but it's remaining playable, so that's a good start. I'm not but you can see I like the checkered flag in the background is just one colour now. And I guess the more I'm jostling for positions, the more colours are going to disappear. Oh god, that wine glass looked really weird, didn't it? Round and round we go. Oh, that was some good sweet corn there. So I'm not doing too badly yet on account of, like, in terms of the colours. So far... Oh, yellow is like a ghost car now. Davey was Dave Perry. Interesting. That's really cool. Like, honestly, I knew about Violet Berlin and that was it. So you've opened up a whole can of worms for me. Like, this is like beautiful nostalgia food now. But I remember I used to watch Bad Influence and Games Master. And it was like the most amazing thing to see video games on TV. And it was like, it was just awesome to see them on TV. And they would always like be for things that I didn't have, because like I guess at the time they were on, like for the longest time I just had a Master System, and they never talked about Master System stuff. And then where was I going with that? They never had Master System stuff, and but you'd still watch it and be like, oh my god, it was amazing. And I remember seeing footage of Super Mario 64 on Bad Influence, and it absolutely blowing my mind. And it still baffles me to this day that anyone could have grown up like with Super Mario 64 just being normal. Like, oh yeah, that's a game that's always existed, you know, which sounds really silly, but genuinely true. I guess the older I get, the more I kind of realize, oh no, there are a lot of things in my life which are like uniquely amazing to the time I was in when they were new. But Mario 64 and Bad Influence. Oh, Jesus. Come on. See, right now, I'm mostly just failing at being good at Micro Machines as opposed to the colours messing me up. I am going to read that comment once I've stopped focusing so hard on this race. Because I'm having to focus really hard right now. You do get a bit of a hint when the next turn's going to be, because there's a missing turning. I love the track editor in Micro Machines 96. A friend of mine had the PC version of Micro Machines 2, and that had a track editor, but you could edit the sprites as well. And that was really cool. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. Ooh, Phantasy Star Online 2. Wow. I've not played any of the Phantasy Star Onlines before. Is Phantasy Star Online 2... I mean, you might have to remind me, like, is that a remake of an old one, or is that a brand new Phantasy Star Online? Because I can't remember if there was there one on the Dreamcast or two on the Dreamcast, and then they re-released one of them on the GameCube, I think? Or did they re-release them both on the GameCube? What I'd really like to play online is an F-Zero game with 30 racers on the track. 30 online racers in an F-Zero game would be amazing. Oh wow, totally new. I did not know about that. That's cool. Oh, awesome. Marginally Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy, most of Final Fantasy 4 and about half of Final Fantasy 7. They weren't really my cup of tea, to be honest, but I think it's just the kind of game that they are. I think because I like the turn-based combat and everything, but I feel like I keep on wanting them to be strategy games as opposed to storytelling games, and that's, you know, they're story games. And I think I've always been a bit frustrated with them. That's it. I haven't tried the new Final Fantasies because I know they've changed it a bit more actiony now. Like Final Fantasy 15 and the new Final Fantasy 7. But I think I can kind of understand the appeal of them on paper, but it's just never really clicked for me. And I think it's because, like, To me, they're quite similar to Pokemon, except Pokemon has this great deal of customization. You know, you can pick your favorite monsters and give them the moves you think will be best and things like that. And then sort of strategy games like Shining Force. I love Shining Force 3 on the Saturn. But then that's a strategy game. That's it's a it's like a totally different experience. Like the reason I go for that is different from the reason people play Final Fantasy games. No, I don't know Disgaea either. That one, I guess, is even more of a mystery to me because I honestly, I couldn't even tell you what game Disgaea is like. Unless... Okay, so from looking at... I don't think even those racers can see where they're going. From looking at Disgaea, I feel like I've seen it at an arcade before when I went on a trip to Japan. And I also saw Virtual On. And they both looked similar to me. But I don't know. I might be completely missing what these games are. I am feeling really like an old fart now. But I guess that's the thing. Like, there are so many games in the world. Like, it's hard to keep on top of all of them. Disgaea's a strategy... Oh, wait, no, I'm picturing it. Okay, no, I'm picturing... I've seen... Strategy... It's a strategy game. What's the one that I think of that looks like Virtual On? And has... It's like a kind of... It's an over-the-shoulder kind of fighting/shooting game. I can't think what it is that I'm thinking of. But they did a Final Fantasy one where, like, you could play a Sephiroth, and it was on the PSP. But I've not heard of... I think I may have seen screenshots of Disgaea, and that is it. Are you suggesting it because it might be something I'd be really into from what I've just described? Because, like, basically from what you've just described, it's like a strategy game that breaks the rules of strategy games. That sounds right up my street. Maybe Front Mission. What's Front Mission on? Like, what device is that? Or console/device? I mean, is that just the size of the numbers, or is that something like, you know, you have the customizability in order to go completely hog wild with your strategies? Is that... Okay. I might have to look that up. Because that does sound... I like strategy games, and I like things that are different. So, you know, that sounds like something that would be... fill both of those desires. So at the moment, I think I'm just kind of losing... That's a big number. At the moment, I feel like I'm losing just by being not very good at Micro Machines rather than because of the colours. But I guess that's a learning experience in itself. I think I'll probably go for Puyo Puyo after this, or Mean Bean Machine, which is the one I've got queued up. I've got the other Puyo Puyo games in there. I really like the music in Mean Bean Machine. Like, there's a couple of tunes that are just in Mean Bean Machine and not in Puyo. And I think those are great tunes. I really do. Oh, Super Lap! Rhapsody, a musical adventure. I have not heard of that. Tell me about it. Tell me more. Oh, wow! Okay, we have reached an interesting point in our Micro Machines journey. There, the level turned magical. I did not see the turn in the road there. Oh dear God. What is happening here? Where the heck am I going? Help me! I can't even see what I'm stuck behind. Oh God, if I complete 3 laps in this, it's going to be a miracle. Okay, we were talking about this being art. Well, get a load of this. Where the heck am I? I did have one eye on chat. I no longer have one eye on chat because I need both eyes on this psychedelic experience. Good Lord, what is happening in there? Okay, how close can I get to beating a lap without mistakes? Oh, evidently not that close. I get another try at this. It does look like an Earthbound one. Right. Okay, well, I will have to look up Rhapsody. Thank you for the link. I will have a look at that when I, obviously, when I come back to this. Like, I'll find it in the VOD afterwards. Epic concentration time. At some point I have to turn to the right. When is it? Oh God, I'm stuck behind a fork. It is going to be hard for me to catch up on this lost time now. And it's really hard to see when it turns to one side. Oh, it would have been quicker just to let myself explode there. I like the way the fork goes zigzaggy. Well, I think we found the most beautiful level in the game. Look at this. Okay, so we're at the end of a level, end of a lap. And we go back down, and eventually we go to the right a bit, and then to the left. I think I might have to commit this to memory. And I only have 1 life after this, so this is... But I can see, basically, on the left side of the screen, everything is kind of untouched. So that's what I'm using to navigate. It's like, what side of the screen... If I'm going left to right, I keep my eye on the right. If I'm going right to left, I keep my eye on the left. Because I can see what parts of the track aren't changing. But it's not exactly a perfect plan. Oh, God. Okay, I think the chances of me coming first in this race are very slim. Hello, Egg Dude! And thanks for pitching in with the response there, guest. Yep, so I was playing around with Sonic, and like it says in the title, every time Sonic gets a ring, a colour is removed from the universe. And I've switched on to Micro Machines, and I'm not... It's difficult. So we've had a bunch of colours removed already. I want to have another go at Micro Machines, but this time I'm going to do head-to-head, because I think that's going to trigger more things to happen. Oh, it wants me to change my name. So, I don't... I think I've typed something, so my name might be... No. But yeah, so now it will happen every time we complete a lap, or... Every time we complete a lap, or one of us scores a point. So it's going to start at ATTT is what I've got. It's like from Star Wars. So every time I score one of these points is going to remove a colour. And let's see how far... So obviously this is going to happen a few more times than it did previously. I want to see when we get to the point where the levels become really hard to navigate. I mean, I will switch... I wonder if I can change the title of the stream every time I overtake someone. And change it to Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament. There we go. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know if people expect you to change the title of the stream when you're no longer doing the thing that you started out doing. I guess I'm fairly used to streaming, so I don't know what the standard etiquette is. But yeah, so that point's removed a colour. There are 256 colours. One of the colours will be removed at random. It will not choose something it's already chosen, so eventually it will get to them all. And when they get removed, they leave a black hole in the middle of the screen, and all the other colours move out to the side to fill up the space left behind, so we get this kind of weird black hole effect starting to appear. Which so far hasn't made things horrifically difficult. So far what's been difficult has just been, like, the levels themselves, like, were already difficult. But this could all change. Because we are getting more colours being removed now. So it could get very nasty. So Dwayne scoring a point there is going to remove a colour as well. There's a lot of colours in this sand, so I wonder when they'll start to get removed. Alright, thanks for coming along, Gookin, and thanks for pitching in on the chat. It's been good to hear from you. And do, like, if you think of any other games that you'd like to have in this chaos, feel free to message me anytime. So, let's get these Micro Machines. I've already done one of these, so I've had a bit of practice. I can remember how they work. I've just got to try not to mess up too badly. Ah, no! Go, reverse, reverse! Oh! Okay, 0.34 seconds left on the clock. That was nothing but pure Micro Machine skill there. Oh, do I want to become famous? I'm gonna go with, how do I do not know how to kick spammers from the chat, so I guess we're just going to have to leave the spam there. Although it'd be nice to do a thing like every time someone spams something, it should get like something should happen on screen, because I do have, like, you know, chat functionality and stuff built into the Magic Box, so I should add a thing like if it detects a URL or something, it's like, oh, URL, let's make some crazy stuff happen on the screen, you know? Play with it. Enjoy it. Spam doesn't have to be a bad thing. So, okay, so I'm starting to get affected by the visuals now because it's hard to see these... It is getting harder to see the pinball flipper. So I'm having to kind of know it's there and trust, and I don't know... Well, the thing is, like, the spam bots, I don't think spam bots would notice something happening. And that's what makes it interesting, because it's like, if you can... like, use the spam as a creative tool, and the spam bots don't know how to interact with that. And then if it encouraged them, then maybe it would contribute to even more weird effects. Like, could we get the spam bots to talk to the other spam bots or something? Like, that would be kind of cool. Oh, I do not know what I was stuck behind. It can be, like... just a little bit of disorienting is kind of enough to really mess up your game. Like, just that turn there just doesn't jump out to me, so I keep on missing it. Come on, Atata. Oh, okay, we're even Stevens again. Can I reclaim this lap? Oh god, it's that bit of the screen goes really funny. Oh, playoff. And then, oh god, that is so hard. That the flipper comes up and it's really hard to gauge where the flipper is. And then you get, like, when the circle bumpers appear, it's just like, it's pure chaos. I don't know how many lives I have, but I'm enjoying this, so I am going to put on infinite lives for this game, because I want to keep keeping this and see if I can do it. Because I think, like, every bit of progress made gets more and more unlikely as stuff gets taken away. So if anything, like, there's already a drawback to losing. The drawback to losing is like, the colors get worse. So in a way, it doesn't need the extra lives. Please, thank you. See, look at that. How can you navigate where you're supposed to be on that? Oh, God, it's... the flipper is so hard to see. So Chen is doing very well right now. Very, very well. And every one of these points is making it harder for me. I'll do it. I just need to believe in myself. That's the thing. That's what it's all about. Believe in yourself. Never give up. Never surrender. Let's leave a hole in the world. A hole in the world. Oh, come on. Oh. Get out of the way. And it's like that bit. I don't know what's supposed to be in the middle of the screen there, but the game can't see it, so... and it just suddenly, wherever you are on the track, your car will be turned into mush. Oh, okay, I did that entirely on instinct. I did not know what was going on in the level there. Another stage complete. Living the dream. Who needs to buy followers and viewers when you can do this? Oh, are we on to... okay, so we've got our second tablecloth Tablecloth level. Oh my god, tablecloth level. So last time I had a level with a tablecloth, the colours went really funny. Well, I hadn't seen anything. Oh my god. If I score a point, it'll be a miracle. I did fairly well staying on the track there. I did not fall off. So, not ideal. But, you know, trying my best. That's what matters. That's all any of us can do, really, isn't it? Just try our best. Believe in ourselves. Oh, I almost had it! I just about kind of vaguely remembered where to turn. How much of each button to press to stay on the corn on the cob. Oh, if I got that turn, I would have scored a point. I'm sure of it. Because I was way out in front. Yeah, this is getting that much harder now, isn't it? Keep on the dream. Keep the dream going. Let's believe in ourselves. Never give up. Never surrender. What would Simba do if he was in this situation? I'll tell you what Simba would do. He would sing and he would eat bugs with Timon and Pumbaa. Now, I am vegetarian, so I'm not going to eat any bugs, but I can sing. Not well, but as good as a lion would be expected to. Yeah, that's one of these classic Simba moments, isn't it? Ah. And now I can't think of any songs from The Lion King. What would Simba do? He would eat a bug and he would run away from a stampede of wildebeest is another thing that he would do. He would learn, through the power of friendship, he would learn to let go. Oh, I bounced on a jelly. I'm in the lead. I was in the lead. At this rate, I might even score a point. Not like that, obviously, but someday I can win me a point. Put that point on the point list. Tell me Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament is cool. I can remove all the colours. Break your game for some reason. Tell me, Ali, now why did you put features in this game? I don't know why. I just wanted to break things, I guess. There is a corn on the cob, which I just crossed and stayed upon the table. We completed a lap. That's the best I've done so far. But this bit always messes me up. So why not play Micro Machines with me? I have infinite lives. It doesn't make this easier. I can barely see a thing. I doubt I'll win a race. How many more? How many more goes am I allowed? I think the chances... I want to score a point. That's my goal for this game. I just want to score 1 point. Doesn't matter if I end up in the lead. Like, I don't need to win. I don't need to do anything. I just want to score 1 point. I'm like Rocky. I just want to go the distance. Which I'm not doing thus far. But we could be nearing the point. No. I'm good at that corn on the cob. That's my magic moment. That's my best bit, is that corn on the cob. I can ride on that corn on the cob better than any other racer. I mean, I genuinely mean I do tend to get time up on the computer whenever I'm on the corn on the cob. But I'm really struggling to see this now. Like, I can focus on the edges of the screen to tell roughly where I am. It's really hard to see that edge of the table coming. And I'm honestly not sure what the track's even supposed to look like on this part of the table. Like, I don't know what I'm bumping into. No, and I didn't even get on the corn on the cob that time. This is all falling apart. Oof, that was the worst yet.
I am Cobmaster. Shadow, bring me the corn on the cob. And the 7 Chaos Emeralds. The day of reckoning is upon us.
Okay, turn around and go to the right. Okay, I didn't die in the first death pit. Missed that turn. I think I need to turn to the right there. But I can use that turn to gain some position on the opponent. And then that bit always breaks me. There can't be that many colours left in existence. The progress bar's nearly gone. The characters are nearly wiped out of existence. I am raced. No, I thought there was a turning. I thought there was a turning. I thought it was safe. This is impossible. See, I can't even do the corn on the cob anymore. That was my best bit of the level. Oh, the quickest failure ever. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart now. The computer is defeating me. Oh, God, I had no idea where I was. I don't even know if I'm facing the right direction or not. I hit into the wine cork. It's becoming that much harder to even complete a lap. Oh my God. They can take my corn on the cob, but they can't take my freedom. Come on, Spider, believe in yourself. I can do this. Off I go until I see the... I don't know what I'm bouncing off of. I hear the guy honking at me, and that's it. Oh, this is... I can't even see the P's that mark out the layout of the level. We've just got zigzags now. It's just zigzags. Wow. Come on, zigzags. Okay, turning slightly left wasn't what I need to do. As is turning slightly right there is not what I need to do. I didn't turn enough. This is like, it's the opposite, because I kind of expect to get better the more times I do a track, but every time I fail, the track gets harder. So I'm not learning a goddamn thing. But I am liking those zigzags on the side of the level. I didn't fall off the thing. I guessed my way across the corn on the cob. I turned at the right moment. Am I going to score a point? Oh god, that was... Okay, that was weirdly the best lap I've done. No matter who wins this race, that's the best lap I've done all night. This is pro gamer moments right here. Everybody remembers where they were when they saw it happen. The corn on the cob guy did a lap. I think I'm going to go until the sawtooths go away, and then I think that's probably going to be the end of it. Yes. Honestly, I would give away those t-shirts. I would have those custom printed and I would give them away for free just so people knew that it was a thing that happened. But this has gone totally incomprehensible now, hasn't it? I am playing this level totally on autopilot, which is a shame because my autopilot is clearly not that good. No. But I got past the first turn. Didn't fall off the table. Fell off that bit of the table. But yeah, I am looking at like the top right of the screen to try and figure out where I am. Yeah, this is the level that kills me. But I want to keep on racing to just see, because I'll be honest, the more colours get removed, I mean, look at this. Look at this beautiful mess. Like, it is just a mangle of stuff. Like that blue, like, that makes up the background, which you can barely tell it's a background, and it's coming in all these weird rectangles, some with flashing lines on them, and it's just like, it's like a cityscape, isn't it? It looks, if you turned it on its side, it would look like a city, and then this would look like mountains. Okay, I did that on intuition. It's doing well there. That was... I guess I'm trying to do it without looking at the screen so much. Just use my peripheral vision. That seems to be offering me some level of success. Momentarily, anyway. Those blue mountains aren't going away. They are persisting. But most of the background has gone now. Look at that. Look at that mess. Oh wow, the background's gone on this scene as well. But we've still got the mountains. We've still got the mountains. It's nigh on impossible to see anything now. You can see where the floor is because there is one colour that's used for floor. Oh, I was doing so well. I got right a few corners there. But seriously, when I do well is when I am just doing it on pure feel, like kind of Jedi power style. It's weird, but I'm just kind of... If I get through a few turns, it's because I'm kind of zoning out, and that's when it seems to work. Which is weird, but here we are. Oh my god, even before the first turn I mess up. There we go, I fall down the floor. Oh, I fell off the corn on the cob! The corn on the cob's my special skill. I'm the cob man. Yeah, I think it's weird. I'm just kind of going on feel, and it's like a feel for the amount of time I need to press on each button. And it's like, it's almost like I'm drawing on memories of childhood or something. Like, oh my god, there's nearly nothing left. But memories of childhood, by which I mean, like... So, I think I rediscovered this game. Like, I got it when we got the Mega Drive when I was about 8 or something, and then rediscovered it when I was about 14 or something, and it was kind of N64 times. These are very kind of Atari VCS, Atari 2600 kind of colours going on here. Like, this is looking like Tank or something. But it's basically the memory of just how far I need to turn everything on these tracks is from maybe like a month of playing this obsessively when I was like 14 or something. Well, I very nearly... I think I completed head to head. I did every single level, like, all the way to the end. I think... Challenge, I couldn't do that. I'd never manage. Yeah, I'm just... Oh, we're going down. I'm going purely on intuition now. But I can't believe there's still colours on the screen. But that looks like the brown of the background's gone as well. So... Oh my god, the game over, like the life lost screen only has yellow left. They are really weird kind of visuals, aren't they? And then it's just the mountains. You can hear the corn on the cob. And there go the mountains. And then we just got these weird cityscape things. It's nearly totally black now. Wow. Yeah, it is literally impossible to navigate. I think we found the end. We found this is the last level of Micro Machines. And I literally have no idea where I am. It's just the weird cityscapes now. They are kind of weird looking, like they look like mountains or something. And I'll have one more lap to enjoy that. The end screen's completely gone. Let's just enjoy the darkness. Look at these cities up the side, these hills and mountains, canyons. Like, what are they? Are they forests without leaves? What's that? Looks like some kind of cathedral or something. Well, I think it's time. First, heal the colours, and then let's toggle into a different game. Let's do some Mean Bean Machine. Round off the night. Let's edit the stream info every time I match for Puyo, and that's what it's called. And come on, let me edit. Oh wait, I need to type into the thing. Every time I match for Puyo. Yes, you are able to do the game switch at the same time. So, like, yeah. Let's do that. What games have I got in the list? So let's have... Okay, let's have a Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Sonic 3D Blast, and Sonic 1 on the Master System. Ooh, that would be interesting. Look, I kind of want to try it with just Mean Bean Machine just to see how it works out. And then I'll add in the colour switching as well. So I'm turning the pattern off as well just to see, like, how much of an effect the colours has. But I will go back to that one. I will do it with the switching as well, because that would be interesting to see what happens. So, wish me luck. I didn't change the... I've got to change the wee thing. I don't know if it matters for me to change what the game is. But nevertheless, let's do that. If it encourages Mean Bean Machine fans to come to the stream and join in, then that's what matters. So I feel like I don't want to try to win too hard, lest I make things difficult for myself, like by removing too much. So far no colours meaningfully hit. So that's good. Are there categories like Genesis? I did not know that. I feel like I'm learning important things from this, because, yeah, I mean, I don't know how important the, like, whether people do scout around for, like, stuff on their favourite games or not. I don't know if that's a thing. But, well, let's edit stream info. Let's have a go. Tags. Genesis? No. Sega? No. Oh, I won't labour over it. It doesn't look... I couldn't see categories for it when I just had a quick look. Oh, we've had some colour being removed already. Oh, that was a silliness on my part. So I'm not off to a great start on this one. Games and demos is a catch-all for all games. That is useful. Thank you for letting me know. And now I'm concentrating super hard on this. Yeah, I'm like, wait, I thought I was totally on top of this game. And I'm clearly not so much. There we go. Alright, let's... There we go, that's a yippee. At the moment, I'm not worrying too much about clearing more than I need to. Alright, so that's another one down. We've got some colours starting to disappear. Games. Oh, puzzle. That's a thing. It's not even listed as a tag. I can't be bothered to do the tag things. This is a secret stream. Only people who know the secret come along. It's like a speakeasy. That's how we're calling it. This is a glitchy speakeasy. You know, where you can come and watch games get broken and, you know, no one asks any questions, no one judges. It's like, you know, you want to buy a glitch? I got glitches for sale, what they'll cost you. I think I'd like to be a trader of illegal glitches. I think that would be a nice kind of life goal for me. Okay, I'm hoping... No, don't match anything. Don't match anything, Humpty. That's my job. I was leaving it very close to the line there. That was some silly play from me. So far, the missing colours aren't affecting me too much. I mean, as in at all. But we'll see what they're like as the game goes on. Like, will it reach a point where it becomes difficult? I'm quite keen to find out how easy to find out, like, how easy it is to use the shape of the Puyo to figure out where everything is. Oh wow, purple is dead. I thought you just meant like in fashion, you know, purple is so last year. There we go, let's get some chains. No, I absolutely love the Puyo games. I'm a big fan of them. I haven't got Puyo Tetris 2 yet on account of Puyo Tetris 1 became addictive for me in a way that I was not happy with. Like, I got too invested in that game and I had to just quit at a point. It was like basically the opportunity to play Puyo competitively online just like broke me. I think, yeah, I mean, it felt clear. I'm assuming it's the same in Puyo Tetris 2, but it was definitely the case in Puyo in version 1 that Tetris was a more powerful game than Puyo. Or at least that's what it struck me as. Like, that's how I felt. So, I'm much better at Puyo than I am at Tetris. I had to learn a lot of Tetris skills to be able to play competitively. I mean, I say competitively, like, as in compete with random people on the internet. But, you know, I guess play to a decent level. But I really liked swap mode. Swap mode and fusion mode were my favourites. But most people online seem to play, like, either or. Like, they would play just what, you know, you either play Tetris or you play Puyo. I was really hard to find a match of... it was really hard to find a match in swap mode or fusion, which was a shame because I thought those modes were so good. Like, you really had to think about how you were using the two games in tandem with each other. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. And the way that you can start a combo in one game and then continue it in the other, and you have to think about, like, you know, is this the right time to launch this combo? Or do I need to hold back based on where I am and where my opponent is? And it's like... oh, that's, like... I mean, I really, like, from having learnt to play Tetris better to be able to play better Puyo Tetris, I really, like, appreciate how interesting a game competitive Tetris is. Like, in a way I had no appreciation of before. I find it fascinating. Wow, that one I set off by accident. I was only really half concentrating. So let's get some more fun inside. Yeah, the background's gone really funny. I mean, this isn't affecting my play yet, but it looks really pretty. And again, that I did not launch by, like, intentionally. That was pure accident. But yeah, the background is looking nice and crunchy. It's got a nice, I don't know, a kind of decay feel to it. I guess because I have that mottled background texture, it does look rough in a way that I think other things look. All the text has gone. So that's interesting. I got too big for my britches. Oh well. Let's try and build some yellows there. And just hope for the best. Okay, we've got another yellow. That was cutting it fine. I got too big for my britches. I should have... I had a good thing going. Well, I think that paid off. That's a nice big chain to send over. I did not realise you could do infinite combos in Tetris. That's, that's scary. Alright, let's begin the magic. I seem to remember in the original game, like Mean Bean Machine and Puyo 1, it tended to be best to focus on relatively small things and hit them often because it stops your opponent from building something up. That seemed to be it from what I remember. Okay. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, that's interesting. If you get high enough and then clear a line, it'll clone pieces. Wow, I had no idea it did that. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that, like, people creating 4 wide wells. That looked like a really tricky strategy to pull off. Like, I don't know if the community started to find, like, really good setups for it or something. I don't know. Is that something that started to happen? Oh, colour's starting to disappear. So I'm feeling myself needing to focus. I think that'll be big enough to KO. Although, be honest, I kind of, like, I thought I'd messed up my chain there. The chain, like, worked all the way till the end, just, like, on pure fluke there. I was not. I was thinking about rescuing my mess, rather than actually, like, executing that big, massive thing. Okay, I'm not seeing much on this board that I've done right. I feel like I've dropped the ball somewhat on this board. Oh, I could not see that those were... Okay, so there's some blank beans there that totally messed me up. So, okay, now it's starting to get a wee bit difficult because the colours... I can't see blank beans. That's really weird. I'm having to look very closely but I mean I'm also just doing badly, you know, by playing badly. But I don't know. Oh, those are blues. Oh, God, no, 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 no. Stay away from the green. Stay away from the green. Oh, okay, that was a fluky rescue there. I did not deserve to get out of that alive. Oh, God, okay, this is looking brutal now. This is real focus time. Like, I can't really think about combos at the moment, and it's not just because I, you know, had a really ropey start to this fight. Now we're in Flavor Town! Yeah, the blues look similar to purples. I can't see the clear beans. Oh god. Oh god! And it is harder to sort of set things up when you can't see stuff at a glance. I don't know if that will start to become relevant as we go on. But I could see that there was a 2 there. So let's... I don't know what colours those are. Help. No. Okay, I messed up the thing that I was trying to set up. And of course, if you launch a 4 that's not really very useful, then it just wrecks, you know, it just takes colours away. You know, you don't get a benefit out of it. Where are my... Oh, there was a blank bean that I couldn't see it. The red beans look nice and sinister. Oh, but this has got nasty now. Okay, let's just try and clear up the mess that I've made. Nope, I had no idea where anything was there. That didn't do too badly. Let's see if... Can I get past this guy, or is this guy going to be impossible? And of course, eventually, it will all get drained away because, lo and behold, no matter how well or badly I do, the opponent is still playing. I can't even see what colour... There is a colour in between those reds. I'm pretty sure it's not clear, but I don't know what it is. I had no idea that there wasn't a red there. And I keep on correcting myself when I'm placing something and I'm like, oh no, that's wrong, when it's actually right, and I turn it, but it was actually fine all along. Oh wow. Yeah, when the beans are just unrecognizable, where you can't tell them apart from an empty space, that really messes you up because you don't even notice anything's there. Like, I can't see any nuisance Puyo, I can't see any blue beans or red beans. So it's like I've got 3 colours now. Red, purple, sorry, yellow, purple, green, and then null. No colour here. Yeah, no, this has... I'm struggling to think of a way to get around this. I'm holding... On anything I can't see, I'm just holding all the way to the right or all the way to the left. But, no. Oh, wow. I had no idea there was that little space left on the board. It's like, there's no space left on the board. Oh, I got a match. I got a match. Yellows are gone as well now. No more yellows. It's just greens and purples. There's a little bit of Dr. Robotnik left. But it's mostly just greens and purples. Oh god. I really have no idea what's going on now. Like, I have not got the foggiest idea what is on my board. This is, Oh, I got a match! Oh, there go greens. So we've just got purple left. Oh, and we've just got the trace outline of purple beans left. Oh my god. Well, if you were betting on purple to be the last surviving colour, well done. Well, that's a nice sinister, like, picture of the castle up in the background and the clouds. I do like the parallax clouds in silhouette. Don't they look nice? Oh, I thought I was going to group 4. Oh, and there go purples. So it is now utterly invisible. I'm just holding right now to see what happens. Just kind of now holding left and just half expecting Fuzzy Logic's going to eventually erase himself from the universe. What do you think's going to happen first? Game over or Fuzzy Logic getting erased? I think it's going to be game over before Fuzzy Logic arrives. Or whatever this character's not Fuzzy Logic. I can't remember what this character's called. There we go. Well, we had a good run. No colours left on the game over screen. Dragon Breath, thank you. Thank you very much. Dragon Breath. That's right. So, okay, there's a little bit of restarting which is going to go on because I am going to eject some of these games. And let's see if I can find Puyo Puyo and Puyo Puyo 2. There we go. And put them in the magic box. Start it up again. And for the final adventure of the night, game swapping on Get Ring and remove colour on Get Ring. So it's Mean Bean Machine versus Mean Bean Machine, and I've got save states off. There we go. Mean Bean Machine versus 2 Puyo games. Every time you match a Puyo, it removes colours from the universe. So let's see how this plan plays out. There's Arms. Hello, Arms. Wish me luck. Oh, so we've got a swap because of Arms. And so this must be Puyo Puyo 2. Skeleton tea. With a delicious mug of warm tea to start the second part of the challenge. Oh, that was meant to go one to the right. And then, what was I doing there? I was having a bit of a moment. There we go. Right, and now we go into Puyo 1. So we've got all 3 games active. Let's go. Wish me luck, Bean fans. I don't actually know what I feel like that once upon a time I had a strategy and now I'm like, I've just kind of totally zoned out. Maybe it's that time of the night where I just sort of can't figure out anything clever. Well, I know this is going to be overkill, but hey ho. I think this is going to work. Is that going to work? I don't know. We'll find out. So I haven't seen any colours being removed, which is making me wonder if the colour removal check is actually like before, like after the switching check. which might be the case. And if it is, well, okay. Unfortunately, we're not getting the effect that we wanted, but it's still kind of beautiful to see 3 Puyo games playing each other. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the color effect, but I don't mind. It's fun to see. It's fun to see this craziness going on. I feel like Bart Simpson in that episode. Ah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm also finding this incredibly cool. The bit where he's playing loads of people at chess at once, and someone's like, "Oh wow, that boy's playing 5 games of chess at once," and you see him going from table to table with all these old men going, "Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate." And that's what I feel like. I feel like Bart Simpson playing multiple games of chess at once. There we go. And I think my shenanigan didn't even get a chance to launch. There we get 2 defeats in a row. And then my favourite character from Puyo Puyo Tetris, whose name I can never remember properly, Pseudo Decora? I can never remember the name, but I always play as this character. I think I like the voice. Oh. Ah, interesting! I think Puyo Puyo 2, because I've made a thing so that counting down points used to register as a Puyo being matched. And I fixed that in Mean Bean Machine and number 2, but... Mean Bean Machine in number 1, but not in number 2. Surfing Beats! Yeah! And then, obviously, you've got Puyo Pot Fever, you've got O'Share Bones, classic character. It's still counting down the score in Puyo 2. Ah, Risukuma. Risukuma, to me, is very, like... feels like he feels a similar mold to O'Share Bones. I don't know what it is. There's something like... something about the character makes me feel like they're cut from similar cloth or something. So Puyo 2 is still switching. I am doing you a favor. Call the fashion police. So, while Puyo 2 is frantically, like, I think we're just going to get switched back to Puyo 2 and back again really quickly, and I don't know why. But eventually we get to the end of Puyo 2. So that's a note for tomorrow, is to Puyo 2 score to score delay. I guess that'll happen less often as I go on. The other thing with Puyo Pot Fever was that some of the character voices were incredibly repetitive. And that was part of the metagame, was using characters that would be so annoying and repetitive that your opponent would have to give in. I seen like the frog and the ribbit, 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 ribbit. It was classic. Oh, I think I might have already messed up my kick-ass combo. Oh well. Oh, I made another one by accident. Well, that's not so bad. Yeah, that went better than expected. Let's get some purple. Alright, let's set off the magic. Oh, I meant to move them over before I squished them. I did a silly. There we go, that's what I meant to do. It's late. That's what's getting to me. It's the time. The time. I think I probably will need to wind down soon because it's nearly midnight. Oh, clear! Yay! I do not get those very often. I'm a happy onion. There we go, one more kill. Just going to count down the points so we'll get a lot of switching between two pure games. Oh! We had not moved off of arms either. I wonder if Mean Bean had... Mean Bean Machine is also doing score funny. So that's something for me to look into. But that is interesting. I thought I had fixed that. I am learning. This has been an educational experience. That was a nice... I mean, that was only kind of half planned. That didn't quite go as I expected, and then I went, oh no, that's actually alright. There we go. Onwards and upwards. The adventure continues. Power of O'Share Bones is within me. One thing I'd really like to try with this is playing it two-player. Oh, my computer wants to restart, so it's asking me to reschedule. I am... I guess I wasn't expecting to be on this late, so I was like, oh yes, schedule restart for midnight. Sure, go ahead. Knock yourself out, computer. Have fun. Yeah. My computer is your computer. But yeah, I would really like to play this two-player. So that's something for me to look into once lockdown's over and I can start wrangling people into playing Puyo with me. I mean, you can play with the Switcher over the internet, but I think like playing normal 2-player in this could be really interesting. So I want to see, like, well, what are the possibilities? Oh, Parsec could be interesting for that, yeah. Well, so with the like the ring shuffle and all of that, you can set it up so that there's a separate program I've written, which so you can basically have 2 instances of the emulator running separately, connected over the internet, and so when you get a ring, instead of swapping your game, it swaps your opponent's game. So that's something I added in, I guess, back in the spring. But I think, like, that's slightly different because you don't get to see each other's screens. You know, you're kind of... I think that's the thing I'm missing. I'm guessing Parsec might be quite good to do it. None of your friends dare to try it. You need to be persuasive. How can you persuade them? With a piece of cheese, or a delicious egg. A delicious egg, maybe, to coax them into playing. It's like, if you play, I will give you this egg. And then... I mean, I don't know what you do after they've played and you've given them the egg. I mean, hopefully they'll have enjoyed it enough to want to play without needing an egg for encouragement. But now we're, probing into, areas of human psychology I don't feel equipped to comment on, I don't... Oh, awesome! That's amazing. Oh, well done. Game Gear versus Mega Drive. Console versus console. Beautiful. I mean, it's one of these things, like, I really like the response that it gets when people see it for the first time, where they go, what the heck is that? Like, I always get a lot of satisfaction from people being surprised by the, by the shuffler, by the magic box. Like, I think I get, I think I get a lot of enjoyment out of getting that kind of, what the heck response. Here's my my practice as a from doing. Oh god, how am I nearly losing? How am I nearly losing? That's not right. I'm nearly losing on one of the boards. How is that happening? That's... Wow, I lost... Okay, it's board 4. So, I guess it's better than board 1. Oh, I think this might be... This might be me for the night. So, I'm gonna try and beat this Harpy, and then I'm going to call it a night. But thanks everyone for coming along. Like, this has been an absolute blast. So thanks for joining in. And also thanks for sharing me, like, letting me know that you've been playing with the Magic Box. Because, like, well, it's always awesome to know when people have been playing with it. Because, like, I guess it's quite an isolated time still at the moment, so it's very easy to, like, you make something, you put it out on the internet, and then you go, is anyone actually playing it? So it does actually make a big difference to me, like personally, to know that you have been playing it and enjoying it. So thank you very much for sharing that with me. I do really appreciate it. Oh, awesome. Well, do send me a message on Twitter or something when you are going to stream it, because it would be awesome to come and like see how you get on. Oh, have you? Oh, I did not realize that. Ah, right, yeah. Well, I mean, I think the Windows one basically has all the stuff that the Mac version has, plus a bit more now because it's got the networked stuff and the Twitch integration. But thanks for like playing each version. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I have to hop on to your stream sometime. I'll make sure to do that now. How do I... Am I following? Oh, I am already following you. Oh, super. Yeah, super. I'll have to like try and catch you playing sometime. Could be cool to see. Yeah, it'd be cool to see what it's like in action. Ah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't sound like you're the only person who was quite appreciative of a Windows one. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like, the origins of it, because, like, I was always, like, originally making it for kind of, like, weird arty videos and, like, interactive installations and things. I didn't really think too much about, you know, what form I would release it in, because the thought of releasing it hadn't really crossed my mind. And then when people reacted as strongly as they did to the video of the swapping shuffler, I was like, oh, this needs to be out there in the world. People need to be able to play this at home. But because I'd been just making it for my own amusement, and, you know, a Mac is what I had, and I'd done a bunch of, you know, Objective-C from when I used to do mobile games, like, it had never crossed my mind to use anything other than Objective-C on a Mac. You know, that's the stuff that I had that worked, so I just continued using it. So realizing, oh, I should probably make this work on Windows was like a bit of a, I guess, a bit of a wake-up call for me. Oh, wow. Oh, well, I mean, thanks for giving it a go on the Hackintosh, because, yeah, that's a lot of work to get that stuff set up. Yeah, a learning experience. I think that's, that sounds, accurate. I don't think it would be entirely... I think it would be actually quite feasible to make the Mac version and the Windows version the same now. But that's something I haven't got round to figuring out the whys and wherefores of. Like, there's differences in terms of, like, saving to the hard disk and that, but other than that, I think all the code would actually be identical between the two devices now, because, like, this time around I've been doing everything in C. So that's something I should look into at some point. Am I fighting the same... Oh my god, I am fighting the same guy twice. God, I hadn't been even paying attention. I said I was going to stop after I beat the Harpy, and I've clearly beaten the Harpy and just not noticed, because I've beaten the guy after the Harpy, so... I'm just having fun. Yeah, it is more work. I mean, to be honest, like, I guess the stuff that, like, usually what takes priority for me is this something that allows the game to be played in a different way? So, like, that's the main thing for me. So I usually prioritize anything that changes the gameplay in some way over things like, oh, does this get it running on more devices or something like that. Unless it's, like, silly that, like, you know, like with the Mac version, it only ran on a very limited set of devices, and most people just don't own Macs. And it's like, yeah, that's a big limitation on who gets to play. But now that it's kind of genuinely kind of, there's quite a lot of, you know, well, Windows is quite common. I guess most people on most setups seem to be able to play it fine. So I guess my focus at the moment is on, you know, adding new features. Like, you know, does it make you play the game in a different way? And that's sort of what determines what I prioritize. Or, you know, or is it a new game that isn't supported yet? Is another thing. Well, I beat one Scorpion, but I got beaten by the other Scorpion. So... Alright, I'm going to beat... Okay, it's me versus Harpy. I told you I'd finish once I beat Harpy. I'm fighting Harpy again. Alright, wish me luck. 1-1, call it a draw. If Harpy's claiming to be a better singer than I am, that's what's going to upset me. You know, that's what this real battle's about. It's a grudge match. Very strong pop idol vibes to it. Oh, I nearly had the... Ah! See, I'm that disappointed I made a sheep noise. Ooh, that's good. That was a nuisance just where I wanted it. Come on, red. Oh, the yellow one spins. I'd never noticed that. The yellow one does a little spinny dance when it lands in Puyo 2. Oh, I messed up my chain. See, it's because I'm working on something that's too big for me to focus on. Like, if you have a chain which is like a few stages long, then you don't really have to focus on it. Well, Coconuts isn't a Harpy. Coconuts is Dr. Robotnik's favourite robot. Ah, that was... yeah, that was all went Pete Tong there. Right. Believe in self. Never give up. Never surrender. Be the bean. Be the bean. Oh, I missed something. I missed my clever thing. I'm still going. I'm nearly wrapping up. I mean, I'm just... Well, yeah, no, Harpy might be Dr. Robotnik's favourite mythical creature. Okay, I'm on rescue duty now. I've got to rescue this game from the jaws of defeat. I think that Harpy's got me. Yeah, no, this is not coming up Alistair, is it? Oh, oh, okay. Changing controller mapping. That is the one feature that is in the Mac version that's not in the Windows version. And it's really funny as well. Like, it's really messes with your mind to do that. And now I really want to add that in again. It's slightly harder, like... it's less straightforward to do it on the Windows version because... and this is an old think and talk conundrum. Because there's an extra layer of wrapper around the Mac version of the emulator that's easier for me to interact with, whereas like there isn't like this sort of second wrapper layer around the controller in the Windows version. That's kind of hard to explain, but oh, now you're making me hungry to add that in. I wonder if I could add that into BizHawk as well. I wonder if BizHawk... That's something for me to look into tomorrow. Like the controller shuffler, is that something that... Like... Does BizHawk allow you to, like, mess with people's controller inputs? I hope so. I think probably N64 for next one. I'm likely to. Which one I'm likely to look at, because I don't think BizHawk does Dreamcast. It may do. It does Saturn. I don't think I'm going to beat that Puyo Puyo 2 level, and I realise I am shattered. So I think I'm going to wrap up when I die to this guy. I'm having a good run.